In the last video, we talked about how to integrate the file chooser and how to update an image. So we could click on the file chooser, we could navigate to a particular directory, and we could load a picture, and it would update the scene. But one of the challenges that we have is when we click on Choose Image, by default, it's starting with this PC, and on a Mac, it'll choose the root directory for Mac. The other thing we'll see is because I hit cancel there, I ended up with this null pointer exception. And that's because when I hit cancel, we're not returning an actual file. We're returning null. So when it tries to do this, it tries to check if it's a file or a directory, our image file is actually null. So it gives a null pointer exception. So we need to deal with that as well. So the first things first, we can check if the image file is actually valid. We can say if image file does not equal null and image file is a file, then we should be able to use it. So with logical AND, it'll check this side first. If this is false, it shouldn't need to check the other side. Let's give that a roll. So if I hit cancel, now I don't get a null point. Whoops. Bring this onto the right screen. If I hit cancel, now we don't see any kind of null pointer exception down here. So that's taken care of the first issue. Now the next issue is, where do we start? Where do we start with? And what I think we should do is, let's go before this, and we will say string, oops, set the start. So we're going to say string user direct, oops. And this is what's really neat. We can ask the system for the user's directory. So we can say system.getProperty, and we'll do user.home. So this is your home directory plus and it's actually going to be /pictures, but if we do just /, that's an escape character, so we've got to do //. And then remember, files can be actual files, or they can also be directories. So I can say file user directory okay. So this builds up the string as to what the proper location is for the user's home pictures directory, and then we create an actual file object with it. And then the next thing we need to do is check if we can actually get into that. So confirm that the system So the way that we're going to handle this is we say if user directory can read. So if we cannot read this, right? So meaning if we can't get to the pictures directory, which I don't believe Max can, then we'll say user directory equals new file. And we'll just get the user's home directory. So even on a Mac, it's going to take us there. And then we have this file chooser object. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the file chooser to start with the user directory. So I'm going to say FileChooser, and then set initial directory. And you see here, it's looking for a file. That's the type of argument that it's looking for. So in here now, I already have a file called user directory that I could put in. And now if we run it, it loads. And if I say choose image, see what it did is it said this PC, right? And then it took me to my pictures. So for my user, it took me to the pictures. So now I can click on an image and say open, and it's going to take us to the right spot. So there's a quick video to show you how to configure your file chooser for its start directory.